2011, though, will be a year of change for Oprah. She will end the Oprah Winfrey Show after 25 years. And on New Year's Day, she launches the Oprah Winfrey Network. Critics are watching to see if the queen of daytime TV talk can make the transition to cable. For more this morning, we're joined by New York Times reporter Brian Stelter. Brian, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Brian, let's fast forward for just a sec here. So we go to January 1st. I turn on the TV to the Oprah Winfrey Network, or OWN. What am I going to see?
You're going to see something that basically has Oprah's DNA on it, but it's not going to be Oprah 24/7. This is a channel that's essentially infused with all of Oprah Winfrey's friends over the years, like Gayle King and Laura Berman. It'll also have repeats of shows like Dr. Phil. And then honestly, it'll have some filler content, at least at the beginning. Shows like Trading Spaces that you've probably seen elsewhere already.
Hey,
and then after about 9 months, Oprah herself will appear more often. Not with her talk show per se, but with a news show that'll air a few times a week.
Hey, you just said that we won't see Oprah 24/7. And according to your article, there are no plans to recreate Oprah's talk show on the network. Do you still think viewers will be even interested?
That's the the $200 million bet that's happening. Now, her joint venture partner, Discovery Communications, has put up almost that much money. They've also given over a channel, Discovery Health, which is going to become OWN. They're betting that Oprah still has that brand legacy and that brand interest that will drive viewers to her channel. But there's never been anything like this before. There's never been someone that's taken over a channel and infused it with her own brand before. And so it's really a transformative moment for television to see whether you can take a talk show and move it to cable and have a channel like that 24 hours a day.
Right now in New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, and some of the other big cities, people know where they can find Oprah. It's usually on Channel 7. OWN, right. OWN will be a little bit harder to find on the dial. You think her daily viewers will make the effort to find this network?
I think many of them will. I think people like my mom, who are devotees of Oprah and have been for many years, will eventually find that channel. But it's going to be slow going at first. And the message from Oprah this month has been, give us years, not days. Don't judge us on day one. Maybe judge us on year 3. That's the year that this channel is expected to be profitable for the first time. There will be some misses along the way. And I think the way that Oprah reacts and the way the channel reacts is going to be very interesting because Oprah's not used to losing.
And Brian, this isn't the first time that Oprah has jumped into the cable realm, right?
That's right. About 10 years ago, she lent her name and she lent a lot of her own money to Oxygen. That was a channel. It's still on the air, but it's very different now. She's completely uninvolved now. And she says the lesson from Oxygen was that if you're going to give over your money and your name to something, you've got to have control of it. She didn't have control of Oxygen, and she says that hurt her. But on OWN, she's the chairman. She is in charge of the programming, of the marketing, of pretty much everything about it. Even though she's not running it day to day, the buck stops with her. And so what we're going to see on OWN is a much greater level of commitment than she ever had on Oxygen.
But she will have some competition. So networks like Oxygen, there's Bravo out there, you've got Lifetime,
right.
You've got We. Should those networks be worried?
I think all those networks are worried a bit, even if they won't admit it. The message I've heard from analysts is that this is going to cut into the audience and the profits of those other channels, but there's a lot of audience to go around. There are a lot of women, roughly ages 25 to 54, which is the ages that OWN will be targeting. There's a lot of those women watching television. So if they take off 10% from TLC, 10% from Bravo, it might be noticeable, but it might not be a disaster for any of those individual channels.
OWN launches January 1st. Brian Stelter from the New York Times this morning. Brian, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.